Hi, back with another video. This one is a survey, and the first question is, what do you put on hot dogs? I've actually never eaten a hot dog before. I've always been kind of grossed out and just scared to try one. Maybe one day, but I kind of like to see how long I could go without eating one my whole life and seeing people's reactions like, wait, seriously? Do you say anticlimactic or anticlimactic? I think I see anticlimactic, but it's not a word I say often. I'll have to pay attention next time. Do you check flyers before grocery shopping? No, I do not. Blue, black, or some other color pen ink? Blue or black is good. Do you use your parking brake? I don't drive. Look to your left. How many framed pictures are on the wall? I see two. Do you know how to play chess? Ish. I'd have to be reminded of all the rules and stuff. I haven't played in a really long time. It's not a game I enjoy. How often do you clean the interior of your car? I don't have a car. Do you ever read the last few pages first? No, not if I'm going to read it. That would ruin the book. Maybe if I'm curious and not going to read it, but not if I'm going to read it. Ever fallen in the shower? I don't think so. I know I've slipped, but I can't remember actually falling. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to swear at other drivers? Who I actually walk to and from work. And I've seen people run red lights or stop signs. I'm just really? But then I just shake my head and move on. What's the worst thing you've ever called someone you care about? I know I've said I've hate you before. I don't know about any names. Probably I hate you. That was not a good day. Do you have a Snuggie? I do not. Are you allergic to anything? Yes. Seclor? I think it's for ear infections. I took it when I was a baby and then I got hives. And then melons, they make my throat itchy. And birch pollen. Last year was so bad. I was like, is this COVID allergies, the flu? It was not fun. Do you have any TV shows on? No. You wouldn't be able to hear me then. How many times do you hit the snooze button before finally getting out of bed? I actually don't use an alarm when I'm alone. Usually I can wake up in time. If I'm on vacation and I'm with somebody else, they'll use an alarm. Then they'll wake me up and I'll just be like, no, I don't want to get up yet. But yeah, not when I'm alone. Ever driven away in anger? I've only driven twice in my life and I was terrified, so no. What's your favorite freezy color? Are those little skinny popsicle things? If so, then red. Are you a vegetarian? I am not. Do you have a garbage receptacle beside you? What's on top? No, it's over there in the kitchen. Nothing's on top of it, though. Do you cross out your mistakes or erase white out them? I almost always use a pen, so I just cross them out. Ever torn something up that you instantly knew was too important for such treatment? I'm not sure. It's possible, but can't remember right now, though. Do you think things will get better? I am an optimist, so yes. I always try to look on the bright side. COVID is really bad right now, but it will get better. The flu in the early 1900s got better. The plague in the 1300s, or whenever that was, got better. Yeah, it just takes time, and it just makes life so much better and more enjoyable. There was one time, so the snow here gets really dirty and messed up when it melts in the spring. And my dad was like, ew, the snow is so gross. And I'm like, hey, that looks like a glacial moraine. And that made it look totally different. It changed totally the way it looked. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, it's the only way I know how to live. Do you have an unpopular opinion? I don't think pugs are cute. I feel bad for them since they can't breathe and stuff. And I think peanut butter looks, tastes, and smells absolutely disgusting. What's your favorite quote? If you have the desire for knowledge and the power to give it physical expression, go out and explore. from The Worst Journey in the World. That book has a lot of good quotes. I also like The Mountains Are Calling and I Must Go by John Muir. And yeah, those two are definitely favorites. Did you or are you going to prom? No, I only went to one school dance in my entire life and I hated it, so I never went to another one. What's the most physically painful thing you've ever experienced? Getting my wisdom teeth out and then going home after and throwing up. Oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. And then getting a hysterectomy and coughing or sneezing after that hurt so much too. And then I've had migraines where it felt like someone was drilling in my skull, and period cramps where I felt like I was being stabbed. I'm so glad I don't have those anymore. What's the most emotionally, mentally painful thing you've ever experienced? So in 2015 was the worst year of my life. I was so depressed. I would lay in bed sobbing just because I didn't know why I was so depressed. And I was always in pain. My face always hurt. I was angry. I'm sure I wasn't a nice person to be around. I waited way too long to get help. And then I've lost friends like as a teenager just from like being controlling and saying stupid things. It hurts to think about the friendships I've lost, but I've learned from it and now I don't do it anymore, so I still miss those friends though. Have you ever legitimately saved a person's life? I've given blood before, so I'm gonna say yes. I really hope it did anyway. What's your favorite book genre? I like polar exploration, travel, where they're like, yeah, like traveling to Antarctica and stuff like that. Survival stories, mysteries, where they're like lost in the woods and trying to escape and trying to survive. And like historical mysteries like the Charles Lennox books, or World War II novels like All the Light We Cannot See. Some sci-fi like The Martian and The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. Yeah, I like adventurous, fast-paced stories. Did you like Giggly? Be honest. I never saw it, but I heard it was horrible. Have you ever walked out of a movie at the theater? Yes. So I asked the ticket guy if it was in 3D, and he said no. But then he gave me 3D glasses anyway. I was like, okay. And then I walked into the theater. Of course, it was 3D, and so it was all pixelated. Put the glasses on. Oh my god, it was so loud. I couldn't stay. I had to go to the next showing because I couldn't do it. Yeah, 3D or that kind of loud volume doesn't do anything for me. It just makes me miserable. And plus, one of my eyes is worse than the others, so if I see a movie in 3D, I'm always having to like squint my head and or squint my eyes and tilt my head a weird way, and then I get a migraine, so I'm just like, no, this isn't worth it. Do you peek between your fingers during the scary scenes? I try not to watch scary movies. I don't like the way they make me feel. But I did watch the last It movie, or the most recent It movie, and yes, I was doing this, and I didn't, yeah, some of those scenes I didn't want to look at. But I did like the kids in the movie. They were hilarious. And Bill, I think that's his name, the guy who stutters, he has trouble saying post too. So I was like, yay, I'm not the only one. What was your reaction to Tatum getting killed while stuck in the pet door in Scream? Never saw that movie. Not going to because I don't like scary movies. Do dogs like you? Yeah, so more than once a dog has come up to me or my mom, and the owner's been like, wow, that dog never does that before, or never goes up to strangers like that. And they were just enjoying being pet by us. Maybe they sense something good in us. I think it's pretty cool though. Would you say that you project an air of authority? I guess I try to at work, like when supervising the volunteers, like teaching them to clean books or pack books or whatever it is their task is. I try to be authoritative without being overbearing, and I always try to be calm and nice. Yeah, there's no reason to be just angry, or even if they make a mistake, just tell them what you've been doing wrong, and then just tell them they're doing a good job otherwise, and yeah, something like that. Do people listen when you speak? When they can hear me, I have a really quiet voice, and so if it's really loud, or if there's lots of people talking, I have a trouble getting people to hear me. Or like one person's talking, the other person's talking, and I'm looking for like a pause to get my voice in, and then I try, and then someone else speaks, and I'm like, oh man. Sometimes I won't be able to say what I want to say, or yeah, I've gotten used to it, but it's still frustrating. But it's weird when I stutter. People are usually distracted. There was one time that I was really, really tired after kayaking. And so I was talking about the pug thing, actually, and I was like, they do that on purpose. And I was like, oh no, I'm so embarrassed. But the people were distracted, and I was just like, okay, and just have to laugh and move on. Only thing you can do, right? How are your elbows? Are they okay? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're fine. They thank you for asking, though. What is one thing that you do exceptionally well? Be honest. Um, I'm pretty good at being nice and optimistic, I guess, and I can quote entire passages from The Worst Journey in the World from memory. Um, I'm good at spelling usually, good at reading. I'm sure there's something else, but those are the big things I can think of. Do you use torrents? I do not. When was the last time you paid for music? I have no idea. I don't remember at all. Now I just go to YouTube and listen to music. Are you addicted to technology? Yeah, I'd say it's pretty addictive, especially like going on Facebook, and then you're like distracted by everyone's posts, and yeah, and playing games and stuff like that. Yeah, that can definitely be pretty addictive. When was the last time you paid for music? Oh, sorry, just did that one. Pick a person you don't need to give their name. How do you feel about them? You are always super happy, no matter what, and thankful. And I called you about a book the other day, and you're like, oh my gosh, yay! It made my day. So thank you for always being so nice. It really does help. Do you check your computer's dictionary for the definition of words you'd otherwise feel confident about using during in-person interactions, just to be sure? Not when I'm talking to somebody. I might say like, that is the right word, right? That is what it means, but I don't really go online and Google it while I'm talking to them, I don't think. How heavily do you rely on spell check and autocorrect? Depends on what I'm trying to spell. Like souvenir, I can never get that one right. For some reason, it's just really hard. Nauseous is pretty hard too. Receive, I always get the E and I mixed up. But usually I'm pretty good. Have you ever gotten into an argument over the internet? Did you win? Nah. Yeah, but no one wants to know about that kind of thing. Yeah, they're dumb anyway, usually. So I just like avoid them and just move on. Do you pause movies or TV shows if you have to go to the bathroom or kitchen? Or do you just let them keep playing? Depends on if I've seen it or not. Definitely if I haven't seen it. Maybe if I really love the movie and I haven't seen it in forever, but if I've seen it a lot, I might just let it keep playing if I've seen it that many times. Do you use a regular alarm clock, or do you have it set to music or that obnoxious beeping? I don't use an alarm clock. Peter Pan? Sure, he's cool. I loved Hook when I was a kid. Yeah, he's pretty cool. How often do you fall up the stairs? I'm more likely to fall down the stairs. I have really bad depth perception, even with prisms in my glasses. So I'm always like super nervous when I'm going downstairs. I'm always worried I'm just gonna fall on my face. Do you pronounce A-N-T-I is anti or anti? Ooh. The first question, or the second question was anticlimactic? Yeah, anti. At least for that word anyway. Do you pronounce V-I-A as via or via? Via. And last question, how often do you forget to close your parentheses? Sometimes. Then I just go back and edit them in. Well, that was fun. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!